Hey guys, how's it going? Ricky the Weekend Starter here, along with Mark Weber.
Hey, I thought you were going to have me introduce myself.
No. We're here to, we're finally going to do it, Mark. We're going to talk about this.
I think we should take a little bit.
We're going to talk about it. LeBron, the prodigal son, he's returned. He's in Cleveland.
Yeah, baby Bron's back.
Baby Bron.
He decided he was missing mommy, and he wanted to come home to his family. No,
Can you blame him, though?
I can actually. I can't blame him if I would like to. That's my rights as an American, Ricky.
If I'd like to hate him.
Last week, I was expressing my rights as an American on the 4th of July, and I'm still expressing them today. But no, I'm going to say one thing before I probably bash Baby Bron. I think this was the second best option, and I'm in the minority on thinking it's second best because the best option was to stay in Miami, not because it was the best chance to win I almost said Super Bowl, to win the NBA Finals, but it was the way I view it, and I view this differently, and I can admit that. When you leave Cleveland and then you go over to South Beach, Miami, that is your new place. That is the town and the city that you represent. I don't care about anything else. This is where you are. At that point, going back means nothing to me because now you're being disloyal to your new home. Because we're all happy that he, is fixing the bridge that he had previously burned, but in the process burned a bridge in Miami. Miami's going to hate him. They're going to boo him. So I just think that would have been the better option.
Okay.
You already burned one. Don't burn two bridges.
This is how I see it. And it's not a perfect analogy, but one of the better analogies that I've heard on ESPN came from Israel Gutierrez on Around the Horn, where he said, people love doing the LeBron MJ comparison, so let's do another. LeBron, his 4 years in Miami, guess what that was? That was the equivalence to Jordan's time in baseball. That's what you can think of it as.
And I want to come and say you can't think of it like that because they're two completely different things when you are playing for a conference rival in the same sport compared to playing in minor league baseball.
Yeah, but
for the same city.
Who's a bigger rival to Cleveland, the Bulls and the Pacers or the Miami Heat?
As soon as LeBron James goes to Miami, Miami is rival number one.
A better way to put it, and this is what I think. I'm going off of the comparison that LeBron made when he said it's like he went to college for 4 years and now he's back. There was a status, and I'm going to read it from WXAV DJ Tory Bolster, and this is what it said. Wait, so LeBron leaves Cleveland to win championships in Miami, then comes back to Cleveland looking to kiss and make up? Yeah. LeBron sounds like one of those annoying exes that cheats on you and then comes crawling back when he realizes what he's missing, end quote, or in the status. And the way I see it is, think of LeBron Part 1 in Cleveland. It's a high school relationship. After high school's over, you know what, we're going to... the girlfriend, which is Cleveland, is staying home. LeBron wants to go to college. You know what, this isn't working. Gets a new girlfriend. Lives his college life. Now he wants to come back home. He matured. And I really think LeBron has matured over these 4 years because look at how he did free agency this time compared to 2010. There was no decision. There was no him coming out and saying stuff. He let us, the media, just talk. Tweet, talk, here's SportsCenter, back to this, over to free agency. And then it was just, I kind of woke up today. Today was the first day this week that I actually slept in. And when it's fitting that the day I sleep in until noon, LeBron announces where he's going.
Yeah, the first thing I saw somebody write a status about it, and I kind of thought it was a joke at first, because, LeBron to Cleveland, really? So I go to ESPN's website, don't see anything yet. It took them a little bit to actually get it on the website. But, with that being said, Torrey has a great comparison there.
There's only one thing that I don't like about it.
What's that?
The cheating part, because I think when LeBron made his decision, that's a clean cut. It was a clean breakup.
Yeah, and that is the one tweak I would make. This is my thing. It's significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, I don't care. They dumped you, and then they dated, we'll say 4 other people, to fit the 4 years there. Had a great time, enjoyed themselves, and then realized after a little bit, oh, I'm going to come back to you now because you were the nicer person. That may have been the better person in terms of that money that they had, the things they were able to give you, the fun times you were able to have with them. But they really just want to come back to you now that they're done having all that fun. You know, now that they've gone a little wild, gone a little crazy, we've all had somebody do this to us at some point, I'm sure. Or you're the person doing it, which in that case, shame on you. But and that's the way I see it. They went out, they had their fun, now they're coming back for you, now that they've settled down a little bit.
And one of the things that I'm going to show you, Mark, you guys, the listeners, can check it out on my Twitter feed, at Ricky Widmer. That's the picture I was texted today.
Yeah, I saw that earlier too, and it's perfect.
Our good friend, he's done some podcasts with us, Dave Wahlberg, was like, he's back in Cleveland fans be like, ... and it's Lance Stevenson blowing on a burning LeBron jersey.
I saw another funny one where it was the little Google search, and like, this is what everyone in Cleveland is searching right now, and it's, how do I unburn a jersey?
I'm trying to think of the ones.
Well, there's somebody, too.
I saw some good Miami Heat ones.
There was somebody on ESPN they were talking to who was wearing a LeBron James Cleveland jersey, but he said, I bought this jersey at a Goodwill or whatever thrift store for $3. And he's, that jersey price is now about to go to, $100+ without a doubt.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the things, and it's like my sister's boyfriend on his Facebook put, Miami fans, where you at now? Ha ha ha. And I even commented, they left 3/4 through free agency.
They're in Cleveland right now. They're all making their trip.
We can make comparisons till we're blue in the face about girlfriend, boyfriend situation, the prodigal son returns. This is what it comes down to, I think, and this is me. After his, 7 years in Cleveland, LeBron was tired. He was sick and tired of being the one to carry the team, put the team on his back due. He has the decision, which he regrets. That's why he did things differently this time. But he goes to Miami with Wade and Bosh, and he says, you know what? I'm not going to have to carry the team because we have Wade. We have Bosh. I'm not the only superstar here. But now we look 4 years later, even last year's finals, the 2013 ones. Who was carrying the team? It wasn't Wade and his regenerate knees. Well, it wasn't Baby Bosh.
Both times they lost, it was
LeBron
carrying the team.
Even when they beat the Spurs, if it wasn't for Ray Allen, who wasn't one of the superstars, they don't even force that Game 7. And after 4 years, LeBron sat there and was like, you know what? No matter where I go, Cleveland, I'm going to throw Phoenix was in the mix. Houston offered him a max deal. Miami. Wherever I go, I'm going to have to carry the team. So why not just go back home? Go back home. Because that seems like the right thing to do.
I don't think that's necessarily the way it went. I think for him it was we talked about this maybe a couple weeks ago about the legacy of a player once they're done. And I think that's what it is. He is rebuilding the brand because there's a big old stain on LeBron James.
Well,
and this is him trying to fix that.
I wouldn't say
it's a big stain.
You can't know. I don't think it's a stain.
Imagine that 30 for 30 on LeBron James 20 years from now. The way they're going to advertise that is, what if I told you there was a hometown hero, whatever, leaves. And that's the big selling point, the fact that he left and he came back.
We can't call it a stain until the legacy is all but done. But this is how I think the legacy has changed. Back when LeBron was first in Cleveland, when we talked legacy with LeBron, how many finals is he going to win? Is he going to win as many as Michael? This and that.
Is it going to be not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6?
Exactly, when he has that big party. Now he comes
this
back
time
home.
He said only one. Only one.
Because I think to LeBron before, and this is the maturing thing I'm talking about. Back when he made the decision, he was immature. He thought that, you know what, I'm the best player. Championships are going to come easy. He runs into an experienced Western Conference team in the Mavs. Same thing with the Spurs. Even the Thunder. Durant and Westbrook gave them a little, not as much, but a little bit of trouble.
I wouldn't say that.
Especially, I think they won Game 1 and then lost 4 straight.
It's classic Miami Heat syndrome.
No,
that was game.
No, the Thunder won Game 1 and then.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Miami always loses Game 1.
But overall, he just matured as a player and was like, you know what? I shouldn't have left. I'm coming home, and I'm going to play with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And let's say he just wins one for Cleveland, his legacy is
And that's
great.
That's my thing for LeBron. And I will change. I think this is what you meant, but just to say it for
one
sure.
trophy in Cleveland equals 6.
But just to say, no, it doesn't. But just
no,
to
no,
say,
no, in his mind, not to us.
Sorry,
to
LeBron.
him.
But to clarify, I think this is what you mean. But it's not that he matured as a player; he matured as a person.
That too.
I think that's what's important. But because I mean, I wouldn't say he matured as a player so much.
He's the best.
He's been the best.
He's been the best.
He's been the best since about his third year in the NBA.
You're right. I meant to say he matured as a person.
Yeah. But beyond that, to go further on your point, and I 100% agree on that, all he has to do is win one. But here's the thing. He has to win one. Because if he doesn't, this is how it works. This is the storyline. You matured with us. You became a great player. You didn't get it done. You lost in the finals. Then here's what you did. You left us in your prime. The best part of your career was played somewhere else. And after you lost a final, the second final that they lost. But anyways, you lost a final. The team was degrading. It looked like it wasn't going to come back. Then you came back home, and you couldn't win one for us. Because it's just a thing of you just couldn't win one for us.
Here's what I have to say to that. And Cleveland fans, if we have any Cleveland fans visiting from Cleveland, because I don't know if our radio transmit reaches that far. It doesn't.
The internet does, though.
But if you're listening
do
to
they
us
have the internet
online,
in Cleveland?
yes, they do.
Okay.
But the reason why I know that is I'm getting Twitter updates from my sister and her boyfriend at Cedar Point.
I mean, I don't know if they have technology in Cleveland.
This is what I think in retrospect. LeBron leaving to go to Miami was actually a good thing for you guys. Because
no, it wasn't.
Not if LeBron would have stayed, you would have never got Kyrie. You would have never got Wiggins. You would have never got Anthony Bennett. You would have never got Miami's first-round pick next year, which is going to be a lottery pick now. Well, it could be
probably
a lottery or that first pick out of the lottery because they might be the 8th seed.
It's protected too, isn't it?
I think
it's a protected pick for first through 10.
Yeah, but even if they make the playoffs, Cleveland gets the pick.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what happens. So
you're going to get a first-round pick from Miami. If LeBron stays, you don't get any of those. And the reason why I bring those up is because there's talk that Cleveland might trade Wiggins and Bennett in order to get Kevin Love.
And Love would be very interested from what is being reported.
But if
playing for Cleveland,
and I'm saying that because if LeBron leaves, you don't get those pieces to trade for Love.
But I mean, we're playing what if games right now.
No, I know.
But I will say,
I'm just throwing it up. Look at what you got.
Given an entire career, you would have won multiple championships with LeBron James.
No, you wouldn't have.
You would have.
No.
You had to build around him, and it would have taken more than the following year. Play with Bosh and Wade. He's a big force. There's no reason why Chris Bosh could not have gone to Cleveland. Here's the thing that this game doesn't work for. Because if LeBron James stays there, and maybe he takes lesser money like he did in Miami, because he would have been a mature player and done that, he could have attracted these guys to go there.
He wouldn't have taken less money. But
he did in Miami. So why couldn't he? Why wouldn't he have done it to get more players to play with him?
But the only reason he took less money is because Miami, think of it this way. Miami's sexy. That's a sexy town. Cleveland's not sexy. Look at the Browns. Look at the Indians. Look at the Cavaliers.
You don't think Johnny Manziel's sexy?
Johnny Manziel was a draft pick. I'm talking about veteran free agents that you have to pony up big cash for. They're not coming to Cleveland. They're going to South Beach.
You don't know that, though. You don't know that. And now...
But look at the past. Cleveland's never been able to bring in
big free agents. But they never had
agents.
LeBron James. When they have LeBron James saying, I'm giving up less money. LeBron James, multiple MVPs.
For 2012, I'm just going to throw this out there. The Spurs and the Thunder, those were the two teams that would have came out of the West.
And LeBron James beat both of them with Miami.
Would the Cavs... No, this is 2012. Would the Cavs been able to beat either of those teams with LeBron?
I'm just saying right now, though, in his career, he has beat both of those teams with Miami.
Yeah, but he also had Wade and Bosh. He also had Ray Allen.
What I'm saying is he could have gotten those guys to play in Cleveland.
No one wants to go to Cleveland.
Why, though? With LeBron James, to play with LeBron James, the best basketball player, top 5 basketball player of all time.
Then why couldn't Cleveland do it the first 7 years?
Because they were committing too much money to LeBron.
Yeah, because LeBron didn't want to take less money.
And then he did when he went to Miami, though. That's the thing. At that point where the timeline splits here, he took less money. There's no reason why he couldn't have done that for Cleveland.
You know what, the one thing I didn't say that I'm going to say now? Mm-hmm. You know who Miami fans should be the most ticked off at?
And I completely disagree with you, but go ahead.
Pat Riley.
No.
Because when
think about all the good Pat Riley has done for you.
Yeah, no, not ticked off like in just I'm ticked off at you. Ticked off at him that LeBron left because when he had that press conference talking about you don't leave out the first open door, you stick with where your heart is and all this loyalty. He reminded LeBron about his mistakes about coming to South Beach and basically drove LeBron right into the Cavaliers' hands.
Maybe I don't agree with you completely on that. I can get with you a little bit, but this is where I think Pat Riley and I need to hang out and have a good time together.
We're doing the girlfriend comparisons. This is Pat Riley and LeBron were going through a breakup. Pat Riley and LeBron had a little bit of a fight.
Disagree.
And it's one of those fights that drove LeBron right into his old girlfriend's arms.
I think here's the thing. Where I agree with Pat Riley because Pat Riley, he's saying you are loyal to this team now. You left that team. You are loyal to us. This is your team. This is your city. And I completely agree with him on that.
Yeah, but with LeBron...
And for LeBron James to leave, that is 100% LeBron James' his choice. That was a hard thing to say. LeBron James' choice.
But I know
it has nothing to do with Pat Riley.
I know what you're saying and how Pat Riley might have been saying it, but the thing is, LeBron's heart never truly left Cleveland.
Here's the thing.
It never left Cleveland.
If we're going to keep this ex-boyfriend-girlfriend thing,
that's what it is.
This is your new significant other. You've been dating her for 4 years. Things are going great. She's like, hey... Or he, why? It doesn't work completely in he in this case. But why aren't you engaged to me yet? Why haven't you proposed? Get down on your knee and propose to me already. But he's still thinking about that ex.
The true love.
He's still thinking about that high school girlfriend.
Cleveland was LeBron's true love.
You can't blame Pat Riley in that situation for that. You can't blame him.
I do, because there was a better way to, and I know he was
there's a better way without
I know he was saying, like, this time I'm not going to drop my rings on the table. They can drop their own. And the way I'm thinking about it is LeBron's sitting there right now. You were talking about him being in it. You left us when you were in our prime. Mm-hmm. LeBron's not out of his prime yet, and he's thinking, you know what? I want to win that one for Cleveland, and this is the best time to do it because he's almost out of his prime.
I will say
after this contract, he'll be out of his prime.
As much as for like the White Sox. For the Bulls, things like that, I have to hate Cleveland, but I have a soft spot for Cleveland. I really do. I just want them to win something at some point in their history. Just not
over the Bulls.
I just want them to win at one point. Please,
you know
just win.
And this is all about what Melo does, but if Melo stays with New York, you know what I want to see, and I already told you, but I'm going to tell you again, tell the listeners, if Melo stays in New York, I want a first-round playoff matchup between the Cavs and the Knicks, and I want the Cavs to eliminate the Knicks with LeBron shooting a shot on Melo just like Jordan did the shot on Elo. It would just flip the script for Cleveland. Like, this shot that we've been reminded of every time people talk about Jordan, they show the shot on Elo. And it's the shot on Melo.
For me, it only works if it was the Bulls. Still, only works if it was still the Bulls. For another team,
so if Melo comes to the Bulls, you want to see that happen?
I don't, but it's the only way that it would work. It's the only way it works for me, at least.
And LeBron's got to be wearing 23 if it happens.
Oh, he has to go back. 6. You have to go back. You can't wear 6 now.